Buhari's administration bankrupted Nigeria, says Nuhu Ribadu. That is the National Security Advisor saying that Tinubu inherited a bankrupted Nigeria. This Nuhu Ribadu, I'm sure, is warming up to be president of this country in the future. Okay, but now that he's saying that he's trying to defend the government he's working for, that is all this wants. If not, who was Buhari, who was APC, and who was Tinubu during Buhari's administration? That is it. So they're all the same. Tinubu is part of the bad government of Buhari when they formed APC and decided to make Buhari their presidential candidate in 2015. So they are part of the people that messed up the country. There's no way Tinubu will exonerate himself from the state of the country under Buhari till now. But let's get into the details to see what the National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu is saying. The National Security Advisor NSA Malam Nuhu Ribadu on Monday declared that the former President Muhammadu Buhari's administration bankrupted Nigeria. So in the first political pronouncement of the federal government on the state of finances of the government after Buhari's 8 years administration, the nation's top security man affirmed that the President Bola Tinubu-led government inherited a bankrupted country. So Ribadu, who spoke at the Chief of Defense Intelligence Annual Conference, themed leveraging defense diplomacy and regional collaboration for enhanced national security, see the federal government was paying back what was taken or stolen. So in a no-holds-barred remark, Ribadu stopped short of saying that the nation was stolen blind by the last administration, rendering the treasury empty. We are facing very serious budgetary constraints. It is okay for me to tell you, it is fine for you to know we have a very serious situation. We have inherited a very difficult country, a bankrupted country to the extent that we are paying back what was taken. It is serious. But this administration is doing its best to meet our requirements, including that of the armed forces, he lamented. Okay. Speaking at the occasion attended by the Ministers of Defense Mohammed Badaru and Bello Matawale, Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, Service Chiefs, and former service chiefs on the security situation in the country, he praised the Armed Forces of Nigeria, AFN, for their exemplary performance after kept the peace of the nation. That is, performance that kept the peace of the nation. You have done well and you are doing well. You are the reason why we are a nation today. This country is grateful. You are the reason why we have peace. We have a very solid security team, the service chief said, he said. Ribadu noted that in spite of the constraints, the security situation in the country had improved significantly. Things have changed. Things are changing. You may not be reading it, but things have changed. You have given life back to the office of the NSA, he said. Now, he commended the defense attaches for the wonderful job they are engaged in and urged them to do more. He said the defense attaché system was a way to ensure good relationship between Nigeria and the host countries. So the NSA said the improved security situation has led to reduction from 1,200 violent deaths to 100. Are you sure? Do you have this number? Is it correct? Have you verified? We used to have 1,200 violent deaths before in the country. Now we have less than 100 deaths, he said. Ribadu maintained that following the improved security situation in the country, not a single death was recorded in Borno State on an ex-Twai battleground for insurgents. So he disclosed that security forces quietly rescued 600 kidnapped victims who were in captivity for 2 years. We have not witnessed one single death in Borno State since the coming of this administration. We rescued 600 kidnapped victims who have been in the captivity for 2 years without making any noise about it, he said. The security chief further maintained that the improving security situation in the country had led to increased output in the production of crude oil when placed against last year's figures. Now, crude output has risen to 1.7 million barrels per day from 900,000 barrels per day since last year, he said. Earlier in his remark, the Chief of Defense Staff, Major General EAP Ondiandeye, said the conference was organized to enable the agency to respond to present and future threats and to prepare defense attaches to be able to identify threats. So what this English they are speaking to themselves is just their own. Okay. Now they need to tell us what have they done about the so-called governor, the terrorist governor in Niger State. Now we have two governors, the legitimate government governor and then the terrorist governor who has taken over 800 eight local government areas in the state. Okay. Why can't they pick him up? Why can't they stop it? The Northerners, they know what they're doing when it comes to this terrorism thing. Now they know that the government in place is not from the North completely, and so they will not have the kind of support they got from Buhari's government. Because Buhari supported that Buhari's terrorist government, that government that saw a lot of innocent Nigerians dead in the hand of Fulani herdsmen, Boko Haram, ISWAP, and all forms of bandits that came from the north to infiltrate the Middle Belt and the entire south. But it didn't work. It met the same level of resistance, even though there were still a lot of innocent victims, okay, and a lot of IDPs. But with the way it is now, can this quietness be sustained? Is this quietness genuine? Because we are still suspecting that before the North decided to support Tinubu, there must be some pacts that have been signed. Only God knows what are contained in those pacts. But what Nuhu is saying here is that, he's appreciating the service chiefs, saying we've got a good security system now, and the bankruptcy of this nation is so bad that the government is paying back now what Buhari's government stole. So why can't we go after those people that were in Buhari's government, including Buhari himself, to retrieve what they have stolen? Why are they untouchable? Why can't we go after them to recover the money? Because the truth of the matter is that they say Nigeria is broke, but each individual politician is richer than Nigeria as a whole. Is that not ironical? It is. That the nation is broke, but its citizens are richer than the nation. That is very bad. So go after all those people that have stolen Nigerians' money and not even send them to jail, just retrieve the money from them. I'm sure by the time you retrieve money from like 50 top Nigerian politicians, that will fund Nigerian budget for the next 10 years. I am pretty sure of that. For the next 10 years. But can they do that? They will not do that. Because the people that are in power are also in power to take their own share. So nobody will go after each other. Dog, not the chop dog. That you will see it. So there is a comment here. Someone says, Brilliant Buhari, that name is the same as death. Can you imagine? So I say, Ribadu, we are here to feel your impact in terms of security. I know you to be no-nonsense man. For where he's a politician now. That no-nonsense man is gone. That is true. So let's stop. He is not a politician. Ribadu is not a politician. This is not the Ribadu that we used to know, whether we like it or not, no matter how much he pretends. Okay? But let's just, for the benefit of that, let's just watch him and see what he has to offer. He cannot do better than the bidding of Tinubu now. Tinubu will give him instruction telling him what to do. Even before now, that he was a no-nonsense man as EFCC person under Obasanjo was because Obasanjo empowered him so much and gave him instruction on things to do. That is it. So let's see how this government goes. Thank you for listening and if you have your comment.